everybody, welcome back. It's Valagar Aloevain, back for some more Dungeons & Dragons Online. So here we are, back in Giant Hold. So this quest here is bestowed by Nimbus Aryorg. He's kind of down towards the mailbox, as you can see, kind of the south central side. And this is the Prison of the Plains quest. Now, for this quest, it is recommended, if you want to do the full thing, you do have somebody in your party who is lawful, as they have some questions to answer. Alright, so in order to get here, we gotta head off to the right and listen to our lovely DM narration again, which is not going off. That's because our barbarian has already set that off. Okay. So here we're going to continue, and we're going to head down to the side that has Foundation of Discord and Cry for Help. So we're going to run past. So this is where we went for Madstone. We're going to just continue heading west and loop our way all the way around up to Prison of Plains. So it is a little bit of a run. If you do use the teleports, this would be to the Storm's Eye, and that would take you about halfway there. Get a couple of kills on the way. And again, I'm just running in case anybody is looking for help on how to get here. That way they can kind of follow along with me here. Alright, so we want to head up there where it's got like the... I don't really know what to call it. It's almost like a constellation. Like a planetarium. But it's not. I don't really know what to call it. So, yeah, we're almost there. Obviously, if you have the horse, definitely a lot faster. Again, I do have it, but just to show you guys the run. So once you've just passed this point, you want to hug this right side, and it'll take you across the bridge, heading directly to the quest itself. And you just got to kind of spiral up top. And here we are. So once you arrive, we do have a set of shrines right outside the quest itself. And then we're going to just jump right into it. Alright, so the first thing you need to do is you need to talk to Nimbus. I kind of locked in this room until you do. He'll then open up our door. At this point, we just got to kill. As you make your way up and around, heading up to the very top of this area. Now, as you get a little ways in, you'll notice this room on the left, it'll have some of these cultists. Inside here, there will be a little scroll. When you select the scroll, it will give you a sequence. So ours is up, down, down, up. Now you do want to make note of that. So up, down, down, up. And you're just going to continue on heading up. Now what that sequence is used for is a little bit higher. You will actually have to come and enter in that sequence in some valves. So again, you just want to head all the way up. And then once you reach the very top, you're going to notice that the door is itself locked. Now you can talk to Grim and he'll tell you some information. Now you can actually use to unlock or open lock to unlock the door. However, if you don't actually have access to that, you will need to proceed back down the path. And then one of the side rooms, a little bit further here, is going to have a Rakshasa around a campfire with some Zakia cultists. Just a little bit further down. Should just be on this southern side here. There we go. So at this point you can actually talk to him, letting him know that we need the key. Now you can try your luck at using diplomacy and all that stuff. If, however, you fail, or you can choose the final option, you can actually just choose to kill him. Once he dies, he does drop the key, which then you would just use that key to open up the door. Alright. There we go. So inside, once you get inside, the doors will close on you. Here we go. And it will spawn in a giant skeleton. He's not too hard. Defeating him will then unlock these levers here, allowing you to enter in that sequence. So this is pointing up, then we need pointing down, pointing down, pointing up. Once it's in the correct sequence, go ahead and hit your valve, and it'll light up. If you're not sure, of course, you can run back down and check. It's not the same every time. It does vary. So once that happens, if you have access to D-Door, definitely recommend that. Otherwise, you can head to the main chamber and hop down. Now, one person is generally designated to carry these orbs. So we're going to pick it up there. There we go. And essentially, you're going to need to collect a whole bunch of these orbs. Now, what these orbs do is you can actually use them in these receptors here, allowing you to place them and then pull the lever. When the lever is pulled, you are actually locked inside the room. So you do need at least 2 people to complete this quest. A hireling will suffice. You can use actually a hireling, just step inside, have them pull the lever, and there you go. Now the wall does become lightning and will hurt you if you touch it. Alright, so this first room here is a lawful challenge. So you just go, I respect law. Then he's going to ask you a sequence of questions that are based on law. Answer these questions to the most lawful answer you can do. So I'm going to follow my order, do my duty. Then we're going to just stay a weapon and turn them into the authorities. Turn yourself in and report your crimes. You want to be the most lawful answer you can, law-abiding citizen you can be. Once you complete, it'll dissipate. It will unlock these 2 orbs at the back. So we went in with 1, we're leaving with 2. And essentially you got to do that until you have a total of, I believe it's 6 orbs. It's either 6 or 8. But yeah, that's essentially the quest. So there's a whole bunch of rooms. We are going to show you them all, just so you guys can see. Now, another thing I want to point out, in 2 of these rooms, it is random which ones you get. It will actually provide you with a chest. And these chests, they will contain named loot. But again, which chests you receive, that varies each run. So if you're looking for a specific named item from one of the chests, you may have to run it a few times before that chest even spawns in. Alright, so we got a rem chest. And then now we have our power orbs here. Okay, so from this point, we're going to head over to our next one. And we're just going to, again, place the receptor. And have the hireling pull the lever. Now I hate this guy just because he's goes into that air elemental form and basically is temporarily immune to damage, which is super annoying. But the biggest part is he can throw you around, including throwing you into that lightning wall. Alright, so it does look like we got our first chest. Alright, so we got our second room, our next room over here. So it's a pretty simple, pretty straightforward quest. And as you can see, each area that we complete, we also gain experience for. We're getting about 550 XP per room, so it's not terrible. Ooh, and we got this one. So this one's really nice because they have a boot that you can get. And this boot actually can give you freedom of movement, or rather immunity to slippery surfaces. Doesn't actually look like anybody got one. Okay. So as you can see, you do get a fairly low drop rate. Now, if you were collecting everyone up to this point, we would now actually have enough of the portal activation stones that we can complete. Of course, however, we are just going to continue and finish it off. Alright, and now we have just one last room, which this one is generally skipped, and so is that last one there before heading in, simply because they are the hardest of the rooms to do. And this one simply because it has a beholder. And here we are, nice little rem chest. Alright, so at this point, generally you want someone to stay up top, but because I want to show you everything here, we're all just going to head down to the bottom, and I'll show you what it's like. So what you would do is you would get one person to stay up top here, and everybody else heads down. The person who has the orbs has to head down, as they need to place the orbs in the receptors here. So I'll do that there. Once all the orbs are placed in, it will actually light up the switch up top, which once we get up there, luckily they also have these nice little barriers here, so you can actually run straight up without going all the way up and around. So once you place them all in, it'll actually light up a little bit, so it'll look a little bit, these crystals on the side, they won't be dark anymore. As well, it'll be an interactable thing here. So once you have it all, you want to pull the lever, and then you're going to head back into the central chamber. So yeah, so to save yourself that time, you would have one person stay up there. Everybody else comes in here. You'd place the orbs. Once the orbs are placed, you'd pull the lever, and you'd head inside for the final fight. Now, if the fight starts when you talk to this guy here. However, sometimes if you have a hireling inside the fight area, when this guy spawns in, he's going to immediately become aggressive and fight the hireling. You're not actually able to hurt him until you're able to stop and talk to him. And that's pretty much this one. In Epic, the fight is a little bit different. So as you see, he'll teleport around the room, and the room will actually change. So right now we're in a fire mode. Then it's going to change here. Now we're in Zoriat. And it's going to jump around the place, changing what it is. Now, all the way back here. So you want to kill him. Now, in Epic, again, it changes up a little bit. It'll have 2 enemies. Now, when you kill the Warforged enemy in Heroic, he is going to drop a docent on the ground. Now, you do need to select the orb, but there is a trick, and I think these guys are trying to trick me here. If you look at your quest log, where it says explore the area of anything in value, if that is checkmarked, you don't actually want to select the docent, because the first person who touches it is safe. Anybody who touches it afterwards is immediately killed. So yeah, it's definitely not a good thing. So at that point, another way is it will add in these barriers if you touch it. So sometimes it just gets touched by accident and nobody really realized that it was touched. You touch it again, it's gonna insta kill you. So just make sure to check out your quest log, otherwise that'll happen. Alright, so from here, all that's left is you actually just head up and talk to Nimbus again. Let him know that you freed everything. And quest complete. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. It's been a blast. Hope this was informative, and I will see you guys later. Have a good one all.